Hey guys, and welcome back to a new tutorial video on this channel. Today I am presenting the current features of the bulk AI post creator menu as the plugin went under multiple updates and changes, and I considered that I need to redo this tutorial for this part of the plugin as it changed a lot since its initial creation. So let me show you in this tutorial how to set up the plugin in the bulk AI post creator menu. So first of all, you will see that if you enter API keys in the main settings of the plugin in the API keys tab, you will need to enter OpenAI or Iomatic API key. You can enter also Stability AI API key for stable diffusion images, Pinecone API key for embeddings, SERP API and Value SERP API keys for internet search, but these are optional. What is required is only OpenAI or Iomatic API keys, so be sure to add this, and the others are optional. So after you've done this, you will be able to create an importing rule here in the bulk AI post creator menu, where you will be able to add an ID to the rule here. So for example, let's write here my first rule, and here in the post creation mode. So this was not here at the beginning of the plugin, so this was a feature added afterwards, and I added two types of post creation modes. So topic based, where the plugin will do multiple API calls to create the content of the post, and title based, where the plugin will do a single API call to create the content of the post. So let me show you first the title based, as this is the old one. This was the initial type of the content creation which was available in Iomatic, and let me show you this, as this also changed over time a bit, and I need to talk about this also. Afterwards I will be going to topic based, where I will show you also that in function. So first of all, here in the post title list, text file URL, RSS feed URL, you will have multiple options. First option is that you input the titles that you wish for the plugin to generate directly here in the settings field. So for example, let's add titles 1 per line, WordPress themes in 2023, news updates, and so on. Hit shift enter to make the plugin go to a new line here in this text field, and on the new line you can enter another title, WordPress plugins in 2023 news updates. So these are just some examples just for you guys to understand how to make this function and work. So you can add more titles like this, each on a new line. Be sure to not have empty lines between or at the end. Okay, so the schedule parameter will tell the plugin how many hours should the plugin take for it to fully process and to run importing again. So this is defined in hours, and it will tell the plugin to run this rule every 24 hours. So every 24 hours the plugin will import new content to our site. Also, number of posts, how many posts should the plugin create each time it runs. So if you have 2 titles created, number of posts set to 1 and schedule set to 1, it means that it will post 1 post every 24 hours, and this will be the first, this will be the second, and the plugin will stop afterwards. So if you want to publish with this method multiple posts, be sure to add multiple titles in this list. You can also add a text file URL, so this text file needs to contain similarly titles, 1 per line, and you can upload the text file to your server, and you can add the text file URL here directly. Instead of the title list, you can add the URL of the text file which is uploaded to your server, which contains this URL list. So in that text file you can upload thousands or even more similar titles, and the plugin will go ahead and process them all over time. Also, you can add an RSS feed URL. This is an interesting feature as the plugin can also read RSS feed URLs, and it will be able to process the titles and description of the RSS feed items and use them for content creation. But I will show you this feature in a minute. So now I have here these two titles, and let's go and check also the settings. Here we have the title based posting options. These will change if you go and go to the topic based section. These settings will change, but now let's leave this as title based posting, and I will show you the topic based posting afterwards. So here we will be able to modify the model we will be using for the content generation. This will be the prompt which will be set for the content generator. So write an article with rich HTML content for this title, and the post title will be replaced with this shortcode. So this is the shortcode which will be replaced with one of these post titles, and there will be multiple shortcodes available. You can check the full list here, and also you can create custom shortcodes which will be used with you can add AI generated content in these custom shortcodes. The custom shortcode creator is down here, custom shortcode creator. But now let's focus on the basic functionality of this, and let's create minimum content. Character count can be 500, for example, and let's focus on creating a simple article right now. This is also, the plugin has the ability to create also AI generated titles, but let's not use this and not use anything else from here, just the basic functionality. So we added two titles here, and we go to our site, the front end of our site, it's empty, and now we run importing. So after we run importing, the plugin will start processing, and we will get in the logs here, in the activity logs, we will get here the logs that the plugin is doing. So calling OpenAI, the DaVinci model which we have set up here in the AI model for text generation with this prompt, write an article, and the plugin selected this title, and it is still processing. If you want to see these logs, you need to go to main settings, go to general settings, and be sure to enable and check the enable detailed logging for rules, and also the enable logging for rules checkboxes, save settings. And afterwards, if you run rules, you will see this type of logs in action. So now we will be able to also see that the green check mark appeared, and if we refresh our site, a new post appeared with a conclusion, some chapters here, and a title. Okay, so now we will be able to also customize this, and for example, let's say we want AI generated titles. So for this, let's copy the AI generated title from here and paste it in here, for example, and this shortcode will be replaced with the value which will be generated by this prompt. So if you use this prompt, you will be able to generate titles based on it. So here you will be able to, for example, write a short article title for a dental health blog. So let's leave at its default value, or even better, let's write a short article title for a WordPress plugin development blog. Okay, so we have here a WordPress plugin development blog. DaVinci model will be used. The AI generated title shortcode is added there. We delete the old post that we created, and it is no more not found anymore. And if we regenerate, then rerun importing, we will see that in a while a plugin, a post related to this subject will appear, and a content will appear also in it. So until this is processing, I will go through the other settings of the plugin just to make this video a bit more snappy, so we don't wait for this to process. So here in the post title source, we can use the titles from the post title list settings field. If this is the case, the plugin will use the titles from here. Or if you set this to fully AI generated titles, then in this case here you can enter only keywords, for example. So here you can enter keywords like WordPress plugin development, and on a new line WordPress theme development, or any other niche that you wish. And in this case, this shortcode the post title shortcode will be able to be used and used in this prompt, for example, but I will be showing this in a moment. So tips for developing effective WordPress plugins, and here it is, a small little article. And let me show you how to use also the fully AI generated titles feature. So in this case, keep in mind that you don't need to use AI generated titles, only use, for example, cooking in wilderness. So let's change the niche, cooking in wilderness, and we have the fully AI generated titles, and we use now the post title to get this keyword from here. And let's write a short article title for a post title block. So in the post title shortcode, we will get the cooking in wilderness replaced, and let's delete the old post, and let's rerun importing. And if we go back here and refresh our site, we will see that the cooking in wilderness, it will be a keyword which will be sent here, and this prompt will generate the title. This prompt will generate, I think I mixed them up. Yeah, so no, write a short article title for the, yeah, it's correct. Okay, so this prompt will be replaced by the title, this will be replaced by the content, and we will get a nice article title which will generate our cooking in wilderness blog title and content. Okay, so we have also some rich content, some headings that we can add to this content, also AI model for heading generator. We can generate headings for this post title, and the headings will be added to the content. Maximum number of related images, you can add also images, add a related video to the end of the post. You can add also related YouTube video to the end of the post. So let me show you this in action. So let's add 2 or 1 related image just to not make this video so long. Also, let's add 2 related headings, for example. Manual list of headings. Here you can define a manual list of headings and images that you wish to add to the posts. Maximum number of internal links to add to the post. You can also add internal links to the post automatically, but please note that for this you will need to have other posts published on your site. As you can see, I don't have any posts published here right now, and because of this I cannot demonstrate the internal linking feature. But to make this work, simply add here a number or a range. You can add a range like this, line 5. So this will be replaced by a random number between 3 or 5, and the post types where to generate inbound links, it will be post by default. You can set other post types where to add internal links to the post. So now cooking in the wild, simple recipes, and here it is, a small little cooking in the wild post, and it's really nice. Okay, so as I said, I will be showing this time the maximum number of related headings, the heading generator, video generator, and images generator. So as I said, the internal linking options cannot be shown right now as I don't have in other posts, as the plugin would link to other posts, but in this case it does not have other posts. Auto add categories. You can add categories by creating AI generated list of categories. You can add tags by AI generated list of tags, or you can extract keywords from title, content, and so on. So categories can also be extracted from title, content, and both. Also here you have advanced AI text generator options, where you can set the maximum token count, prompt token count, continued token count, temperature, topic, presence penalty, frequency penalty. These are advanced options. I recommend that you don't use them if you don't know what you are actually doing. Auto set a featured image for posts. You can automatically generate a featured image for posts. Select from royalty-free sources. You can add also OpenAI Aomatic API generated image, or Stability AI generated stable diffusion image. So let's add an OpenAI image. This is the prompt for the OpenAI image. If you select royalty free, then you need to go into the main settings of the plugin, royalty free images tab, and be sure to activate here one of these sources. So I like to use Google Images Search, but you can activate also Unsplash, Pixabay. You can also use Pixabay official app, Flickr app, Pixels app, and so on. So I use in this case OpenAI and Aomatic API to generate an AI generated image. Also we can set the size of the image. We can set a default list of featured images. If we don't want to use other images or AI generated images, we can add a list of own images. Posting options, HTML text to prepend to AI generated content. So this will be prepended to the content. This will be appended to the content. You can use many shortcodes and other features. Custom shortcode creator, which is optional. This is a nice feature to have, as this will create custom shortcodes with the AI generated content in them. So for example, you can write my shortcode, and here we can add the model. For example, the model can be text DaVinci free, and the prompt will be separated by these two @ signs. So this will be the model which will be used, this will be the prompt which will be used, and this will be the shortcode. And this shortcode can be copied, and we can use this, for example, here in the HTML text to prepend to AI generated content, and we can write %%, paste the shortcode name that we created, and another %%, and this text will be prepended to the AI generated content and added to the post content. Strip title from content. If you don't want to repeat the title in the content, do not spin post generated by this title. The plugin can also spin and translate content, and these checkboxes will accept spinning and translating of the content. Process each topic only once. If you check this checkbox, the topics or titles from here, or the topics from the topic based importing, will be processed only once, and they will generate only one post each. So if you don't want this, you can uncheck this. You can run regexes on content, replace matches by regex. You can set the author of the post. You can set post status to any of these. Item type, you can set any item type or custom post type, post page or custom post types. Post formats, if you need you can enable comments, pingbacks, trackbacks. Set the custom post publish date. You can set a start and end date, and the plugin will select a random date from this range. Post custom fields, you can set custom fields to the generated posts. The format is similar to the custom shortcode creator, so you can use the custom field name equals greater sign and custom field value. In the custom field value, you will be able to use also shortcodes. So for example, to create a custom field with the name WordPress post. So this is my custom field, and the custom field value will be item title, for example, and the WordPress post custom field will get the item title shortcodes value when we will generate the post. If you want to create multiple custom fields, separate them by commas. The post custom taxonomies is a similar feature, but this will create taxonomies, and in this case separate multiple taxonomies by semicolon. Also, you can assign VPML or Polylang language to posts. If you want to do this, you can assign the VPML or Polylang language in a 2-letter format here, but this only if you want to do this. So let's save settings, and if I recall it correctly, I will show you this time the AI generated featured image option, and also this little option here where we will have videos added to our posts and images in our post. So let's remove the post, let's run importing again. This might take a bit longer, as this time, besides of the textual content of the post, like you saw before, we will get also AI generated images for cooking in wilderness, which will be the same post title, and the AI generated image will be added also as a featured image, and we will get also another AI generated image, as I said here, another image to the content, and 2 related headings will be added also to the post. So yeah, this might take a bit. So bear with me guys, as until this is processing, I will go ahead and create my second rule. So my second rule will be a topic based rule. So topic based posting. And this will be working in a different way because it will create multiple API calls to create the post content. So in this case, you will see that the topic based posting options will be listed here instead of the title based posting options. So the topic based posting options will be different from the title based posting options until here, until the internal linking options part. So keep in mind that settings might change in the future, as I'm constantly working on this plugin, and yeah, things might change in the future. So before I go and explain the topic based posting, I go and check on the posts from here. So cooking in wilderness, this is the little featured image that we got, and here it is, the images, and also a related YouTube video. Yeah, the image, it seems that it's AI generated. You can tweak the prompt to be sure that it generates higher quality image, and also you can use the stability AI for stable diffusion images, as they create more artistic images and you might like them more. Okay, so now let's go ahead and switch to topic based posting. If you create longer articles, I recommend that you use topic based posting, as this will make multiple API requests for the post. So in this case, we can enter here a title for the post, but we can also automatically generate the titles like we did before with the AI generated title shortcode. But in this case, we don't need the AI generated title to automatically generate the title. So for example, we can leave here in the post title list only a hint for this rule. So cooking in wilderness can be left also similarly. So let's delete the old post, and we have the old rule. So we have here a topic based posting. Cooking in wilderness will be set as the post title list. And here in the auto generate post title based on topics, we can add a list of topics, 1 per line. So cooking in wilderness, cooking beef in wilderness, for example, and so on. And the plugin will go in if you add here a list of topics, and when it runs, it will automatically select a topic from one line from here, and it will generate automatically the title for the post. So if you enter the a list of topics here in the auto-generate post titles based on topics, then this post title will not be considered and this will be ignored. However, if you don't add here anything, the post title will be extracted from this settings field and the post title will be used from here. But now let's use the post title, auto-generated post title, and use the topics from here. Post section list, you can add a section list for the post. The sections are the headings of the post. These are the section headings, and the plugin will generate content based on these section headings. But this is optional also, as the plugin will automatically generate these sections by itself, so it is not required for you to enter a list of sections, only if you want to do this. So number of sections to generate, 3 or 4 headings to be added to the article. Number of paragraphs per section, we can leave this at 2. Number of images to add to the article, we can also add this to any value, but in this case I will not add any more images to not make this work slower. I can only add one with video to make it a bit snappier. Article outro section heading text, so we can add a heading to the outro, for example conclusions. Add article table of contents, so this is the table of contents. We can add a table of contents to the article. Add article QA section, this is the title of the QA, and here down you can say content parameters, language of the post. This is a special select box. As you can see, you will see all the languages which are available if you delete the text which is available to be typed here. So if you have here a text, you can delete the text and afterwards click on this and you will see all these languages. But if you don't see your language listed here, you can add also your language by typing it directly. So you will see like this. Okay. Writing style, you will have many writing styles. Similarly, if you delete the value, you will have a lot of writing styles, or you can type your own writing style here. Writing tone, similarly, you can add your own writing tone or select from the list. And the prompts for the title, which will be used when you have a topic list entered. This will be used for title generator. AI model for title generator, this will be the model used. Article intro, this will be the prompt used for the article intro. The article sections prompt. Article add sections to content as H2, H3, or as you select. The content prompt, this content prompt will be repeated for each section, so keep in mind that you will have here these shortcodes which will be replaced by the values that you select. So write the content of a post section for the heading current section in language. So current section will be replaced by one of the AI generated section titles. In language will be replaced by the language you enter here, and so on. So paragraphs per section is also a settings field which will be able to be set here. So number of sections to generate, and paragraphs per section settings field is this, so this will be replaced by the value you set over there, and so on. You can add the prompt for QA, for outro, for excerpt, and so on. So to disable excerpt or anything else, simply leave the prompt empty. So this is the way to disable any of these parts of the article. Leave the prompt empty. Okay, so now we can run regex on prompts. So this is able to run regex on prompts and replace values by regex on prompts, and run above regex on prompts. We can use any of these values: title, intro, sections, content, QA, outro, excerpt, title, content. So you can select any of these. Okay, and from down here I already explained the settings, because they are also the same with the title based posting. Okay, so now let's save settings. Let's go back to our site, and it's empty now, and let's delete the post. I already deleted it. And let's run importing again. So this time the plugin, if we check logs, we will see that we will have multiple API calls for this article. So this will see that write an intro for the article about cooking beef on the wild frontier. Write 3-4 consecutive headings for the article about, write a title for an article about, and if we refresh this, we will see that the plugin progresses and now it writes content for a post section of heading, and this is our first heading of the article, which is AI generated in English. Don't repeat the heading in the created content. Don't add an intro or outro. Write 2 paragraphs in the section. Use HTML and formatting. Include on number list and bold. Write style creative, tone neutral. And this will be repeated for all the sections that we created. So we write that it should add 3-4 sections. And if we keep on refreshing the logs, we will see that the plugin simply goes and progresses and goes in to each of these prompts and it generates our content. Okay, so yeah, this video is really long, it seems, and I have to cover this part of the plugin really intensively. So yeah, but we will manage to do this, and the content is still processing. So if we refresh this, we will see that the plugin is at number 3 heading and it generates the content for heading number 3. So this is why if you want to create long content articles with, I don't know, 10,000 words or 50,000 words, for example, the best for this is the topic based posting, because in this case you simply put here that you want a lot of sections. So for example, let's write here 10 sections and the plugin will write 10 sections in this case without problems. But be sure, if you want to enable longer running times, go to the activity and logging and go to system info and be sure that you have here everything at green and okay. So be sure to have memory limit set correctly, and the plugin should indicate you that you should increase your memory limit if you have lower memory limit. Also very important is that you have the PHP time limit. This is the maximum execution time which is allowed for the plugin by your server to be set to a large value, or 0 is infinite. So if you set it to 0, it will be allowed to run any number of seconds, or if you set it to 1000, it will be allowed to run 1000 seconds at maximum by your server. So if you want to do this, and the plugin will give you instructions on how to do this. So this is very important. The time limit and also the memory limit are 2 of the most important things to check. Okay, now we can go back to our logging and see what we progress here. So in the activity logs, we see that 1 post was created since I checked the system info part of the plugin, and we see that the plugin created QA, outro, and also these sections. And if we go to the front side of our page, here it is, cooking beef on the wild frontier, table of contents, Q&A. Here's a quick little video on a savage edge of cooking beef, unpacking the supplies, beefy adventure, and Q&A, conclusions. And if we go up here and we click on the Q&A, we will go directly to the Q&A. If we click on conclusions, the plugin will go directly, the user will go to the conclusion section. Okay, so I think that I covered everything right now. So this was the topic based section. Before I covered the title based section, I covered what is the difference between them. I need to cover the text file and RSS feed importing because these are not covered, and one more option is also available. because you will have the ability to also use in any of the settings field of the plugin the AI content shortcode. So I need to show you also this real quick, because this is very powerful feature. So for example, here in the post title list I can write AI content. This is a shortcode which is very powerful, and it can help you tremendously. So keep in mind, this is the way it will function. AI content open, AI content close. This is the opening and closing tag of the shortcode, and between them you will be able to write your prompt. So the prompt can be anything. Write a title for an article from a cooking blog, but you can also use shortcodes here. This is the nice part, because you can also use shortcodes, for example. And let's write a title based posting. Let's delete the post, I already done it, and let's run importing again. And here it is. Write an article with rich HTML for this title: how to use spices to transform your cooking. So the nested shortcode text generator already functioned, and it generated the text for write a title for an article an article from a cooking blog, and this was generated, and the plugin is already working on this. So this is very powerful, because this little shortcode, the AI content shortcode, can be used anywhere in the plugin. So if you want to use it to append or prepend content, the AI content will be able to be used there. If you want to use it in the prompt, the AI content shortcode will be able to be used there. So if you want to use it here, the AI content will be able to be used. If you want to use it here, the AI content will be able to be used. If you want to use it anywhere in the prompts, in the appending, the prepending, and the most interesting part is that this will be able to be used also in other plugins. So you heard me correctly, the AI content shortcode will be able to be used directly in other plugins to import content from other sites, to post to socials, to post to anything else. So check my other plugins also, because this is a very powerful feature of AI-matic, as it provides synergy with this. So it seems that I have here a little issue, but I will go ahead and fix this issue, because right now the AI content is not processing the title correctly. No problem, I will go ahead and fix this issue right now, and you will see that the content is working correctly. So it's good that I do these videos, because I detect sometimes an issue, a bug with this, and in this case I can fix it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and check the next feature of the plugin, which is the RSS feed URL and the text file URL. So for this we have a RSS feed from Code Revolution. We will use my RSS feed, for example, here, and we have this RSS feed, and let us go ahead and create a new rule. So I will be using the title based posting, and I will simply input the RSS feed URL from my blog post here without doing anything fancy. I just want to show you that the plugin is able to extract RSS feed items from this post and use them directly here. So in this case, we will get an RSS feed item extracted from this RSS feed. And if we check the logs, for example, we will see calling write an article for rich HTML content for this title. And this title was extracted from my RSS feed. As you can see, this is an RSS feed item, 2021 year-end review. This is a post that I published on my blog, and this post can be used to generate a post, an AI generated post on my blog here. So if we do this, 2020 year in review, let's keep being optimistic, and this is AI generated content from here. This is not the content from my website. Okay, so this was the RSS feed. You can use multiple features from RSS importing, as if you do the RSS importing, you will see that you will have more shortcodes for your disposition: post content, play text, ipsr, cats, username, date, time, post link will be all extracted from the RSS feed, and these shortcodes are not available otherwise. Okay, and now let's go ahead and I will pause this video, and I will be back with a text file with multiple titles in it, and I will show you also how to import content from text files, because this is the last thing that I want to show you. Okay, so I uploaded real fast this little text file to one of my servers, and I have these two titles in one on each line in it. So let's copy the URL from here and simply go and delete this rule and the post which it generated, and simply paste the URL of the text file. So you don't need to add any titles here, only add the URL of the text file, which is this one, and the text file should contain also the titles, one per line. The text file can also contain shortcodes if you wish. Save settings, and let's run this rule now, and the plugin should generate, in this case, by topic based posting, the post based on the titles which it finds here. So topic based posting means that it will do multiple API calls, and we don't want to generate the auto generate the post title from the AI because we have this field blank. We will use the titles which are found here, and it is processing now. Let's go to our site. We can close up all this here, and maybe we can check the system logs and see that we will get how to clean a window the easiest way. This was the title which was selected from here, and the plugin already generates our content, and it is at the second header right now. This is the third header which is processed, and the plugin generates the content for it. And once this is done, we will see the article also published on the front end of my site. So until this is processing, allow me a second just to review that I covered everything that I wanted to cover in this video. So it seems that we are good now, and we covered everything, it seems. So yeah, I think we are indeed good, and I covered at least 95% of the features available here, no problem. So we have here the green check mark, and let's refresh our site. We have the window cleaning feature here available. Okay, so I will go in and fix right now this title which did not process the AI content correctly. No problem. And what should be done right now is that yeah, I will do also another tutorial video for the main settings, because as you see there are many tabs here and many features which were not covered in the initial tutorial video of the plugin. I will need to redo also that one, but this tutorial I hope was pretty clear, and it explained how to use the bulk AI post creator so far. And keep in mind that this feature is constantly evolving, and it might change in the future. So keep in mind to check newer tutorial videos which might appear. Okay, so you can see that I link here also the AI content prompt. The nested shortcode support also is possible. So nested shortcode means that you can use shortcodes which are available here from other plugins and use them directly in the post title, for example. So this means that you can use Newsomatic, Echo RSS, Crawlomatic, and simply create a rule in Crawlomatic and use this shortcode to grab the content, or this is the content and this is the title which will be created by Crawlomatic, and use it directly here. But this is another tutorial. I just mentioned it to be sure that you guys are aware of this. And yeah, this is all for today. Check AI-matic, it is linked in this video's description. Thank you for watching until then. This was a marathon video, as the bulk AI post creator feature is really bulky right now. It's really large. If you have ideas, suggestions, let me know in the comment section of this video. It's really appreciated. This is all for today. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching until the very end of this video. I really appreciate it. Stay awesome. Bye bye.